Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Wednesday, March 18th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. Walmal method, day 15. It seems like some people are still having difficulties trading the Walmal method, but it's a horizontal line method. And so you have to tell me what's difficult. There's a horizontal line on your chart. Price approaches the horizontal line. When it gets to the horizontal line, you click enter. So if it was going up to the line, you would click buy. If it's going down to the line, you would click sell. And then you say you lost. It hit your stop. Okay. But the problem is it's not okay in your mind. You are giving it meaning, as opposed to saying, well, I'm going to win some, I'm going to lose some. So when the next opportunity comes up, I'm going to click the mouse, place my stop, and take profit when I can. Because once I click the mouse, there's nothing I can do other than manage the money and the risk. You know, if I'm up 5 pips, I can make sure I don't give back too many. Or if it's going against me, I'm down 3, 4, 5 pips. Maybe okay, it's moving the wrong way. It's a lot easier to make up 3, 4, or 5 pips than it is 10 pips. So let me just stop out. Let me just scratch that trade. Take a loser. Take the hit. But in your mind, it means something, and you get frustrated, you get angry, when what you need to do is just get back to business. Focus, forget about what just happened. So long as you didn't make a mistake, and it's really hard to make a mistake with the Walmal method. Price opens at the beginning of the hour, and it's going to be below one of the sweet spot lines and above one. It's going to be between two lines. And as it breaks out of that area, you're either going to trade long if it's going up or trade short if it's going down. It's something you could teach probably a very young person to do. So, fellow traders, I just want to remind you of one thing, and that's these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine, and trading's risky. You can lose all of your money. So if you need trading advice, investment advice, financial advice, seek it from an accredited financial professional. That way, when you take your advice and lose money, you take their advice, you lose money, you know that advice came from an accredited financial professional instead of some guy with a funny name who posts YouTube videos about trading, or somebody else who posts something on the internet, or somebody else who sends you something about, some kind of Forex divergence dashboard, or the next ninja this, or the next robot that. Okay, so I think it's time we actually look at the charts, right? Okay. And here we have the Walmal method. You see the green line there at 70 and the red line there at 60. And so price opened here, already signaled one short, and you could have taken some pips there. Now here it signaled a short, here it signaled a short, and possibly here too it signaled a short. But you see it went the wrong way, so you have to stop out. Or maybe if 10 pips a day is your goal, you were done right there. And you can see here, you had a chance to get 10 or more pips, but then the market came right back. So were you waiting for more pips down here? There's just no there's no real problem here. You see, everything is in your mind. Right here, that green line, right here, that red line. Go long and go short. Oh, in case you're wondering, what I did was, see, if you're supposed to buy, this is the ask. And then if you're supposed to sell, it's the bid. Because these charts these candles are all based on the bid price. But since we have to buy at the ask price, the indicator displays the ask price. when the candle is green, because you have to trade with the H1, the hourly candle, right there. And it says it right here. Price just turns against, exit out with small loss, 3 or 4 pips, wait for the next opportunity. So you see now, here we have another opportunity short. You know, either you took it or you didn't. So right now, because it's red, price is at the bid. So did you just grab a pip or two? Because if you didn't, now prices moved against you. And so you might go, well, why would I only take a pip or two? Well, if you look right here, you see it jumped, see those wicks? It was in the wick zone. And you see prices moved out of the 50, 60 level, out of the 50s into the 60s. So that's one hint. Because remember, this is a scalping method. Price moved, it stopped. You could just bail out of there, especially if you already had a nice winner here. Now, of course, it could come right back down and head back down to 50. I don't know, but neither do you or anybody else. You just have to trade what you see. And here we go. Are you going to take this trade? Are you? Are you? Are you? Oh, if you're wondering why I'm not actually taking trades, well, I'm kind of done for the day. So, you know, it's noon over on the East Coast, 9 o'clock my time. I usually trade if I'm trading somewhere from 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, till about this time. But this gives me time to visit with you traders and make you a video so you can see what's going on. Now, I guess we could go back here and I just want to remind you guys of one thing, that, you know, money and risk management is very, very, very important. You don't want to lose any more in any one particular trade than you're willing to lose. So have your position sized accordingly and have your stop loss placed accordingly. And if you look at the week here, would you look at the pound? It's just making, I think, all-time lows. It's just really getting killed. As far as the fill goes, the weekly gap, 1, 2, 3, only 3 haven't filled. Now remember, earlier in the week, we had a bunch. So anybody trading that got paid off. And that yearly low or 20 pips above, that's the yearly rat zone. Daily, once again, nowhere near the opening day range. Nowhere near an inside bar. These ranges are once again just, this is just insanity. This is just so much fun. Reminds me of the old days. This, in fact, is even better than the old days. Back then, we were looking for 100 pips. I mean, look at the euro, 214. Pivot point, it took it out, and then just a buy zone trade to the south side. Rats, get ready to feast again. And I've been posting some the old TRO HL5 rat zone, or actually old, just using the TRO HL5 indicator, because some people go, I want this template. I go, you know, this isn't a template really. It's pretty much just the indicator. We've got multimeter here. We've got the buttons here to switch time frames or pairs, and that's pretty much it. I'm wondering something here. Why is that saying that? See, this is the rat zone indicator. Turn off, just show legend, gauge target. That's interesting. I'm wondering why it's putting that there. And it looks like price is making another new low. Pivots, we've got some missed pivots here on the day. As far as the week, we've got the weekly missed pivot there. And if you look at the month, And these, I don't know where it gets these crazy numbers from. I don't think there's enough code or enough data there or something, but that's just insanity. In and out of the wick zone. With the training wheels. Once again, just very, very, very simple. And here we go again. Now you can see here, took the trade, short, you're up about 5 pips. I mean, is seeing believing? Now think, oh, there was somebody out there that wanted me to code squiggly lines. I think I already talked about that. I don't do anything that involves squiggly lines unless you catch me in a weird mood. But no, I'm not into coding anything with squiggly lines. More in the statistics, frequency distributions, price travel analyzers, kind of like this one right here that I'm still working on. So you can see here, 3 bars ago, the trigger to the close was 3.8, and the trigger to the low was 4.7. So there was pips to be made here. So you see here in all these trades, there was definitely pips to be made. And that's what we're looking for when we trade. This is probably the only one that didn't. And I think we saw that 8 bars ago. Do I have the bars? I don't have the bar numbers here. I believe it was this one right here. So these are the kind of things I'm working on now. I'm trying to remember any other questions out there. Let's see. People were struggling, and all you have to do really, if you want to find where I post, if you just Google my name, my handle, TheRumpledOne, you'll see all the places that I've posted in the past, and you can see where I post currently now. Yeah, and just the other day, I did pop up that Walmal video on a few other forums when Walmal called in and got him to talk for a few minutes. I thought traders might like that, but hopefully he's enjoying his vacation today. But once again, this stuff is just really simple here. You don't even need any of those other indicators. You just have the sweet spots, and the way I made the modification to the sweet spots indicator, I think I posted it in the Walmal method. The Walmal freebie zip file, you can see right here, if you want to show the buy sell true, set it to true. Otherwise, if you don't want to see it, you can set it to false, and there you go. And then you're on your own. But because we might look at the M1 time frame, but we're basing everything off of the H1 time frame, that's why I put that in there. So you don't have to remember where you started and which way should you go at a particular line. So pretty simple stuff. It's a scalping method. Don't be trying to make 10, 20, 30 pips, even though you can. That's not what it's designed for. It's designed to get you in so you have an opportunity to take a little. So, fellow traders, I hope that helped. Feel free to ask questions, but hey, don't PM me with questions. Put them out on the forum or send them to me in an email. I prefer you put them on the forum. So, just remember one thing. It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you're just watching one of these videos for the first time, come down and click subscribe. Thank you.